sticking up for the underdog.
Yeah.
Right. And what's interesting, Jason, is that, I don't recall ever hearing the term nerd all that often, if ever, until Revenge of the Nerds came out. And then all of a sudden, nerd this, nerd that, and it kind of grew into the, popular lexicon that it, is now. And there are the Bill Gates and all those Silicon Valley guys and everybody else kind of proud to be nerds. And I think because nerds have heart, nerds are all of us. We kind of all feel, no matter how we look, where we are, as an underdog on many occasions. So we're just there to support the underdog.
Yeah, you guys did kind of make it cool to be smart. You didn't have to apologize for being smart, and all of a sudden, smart became sexy, not just nerdy. And I guess it inadvertently happened. I don't trust we were there going, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna rule the world.
We got a question.
Quest away.
Well, first I want to echo the previous gentleman's comment about what a remarkable ensemble performance it is. It's a tremendous amount of talent. And if any of you want to comment on just how it is to do an ensemble performance that works so well and the chemistry among the characters. But I guess in talking about all the improvisation and all of the spur-of-the-moment creation that you did, I'm wondering if you drew upon personal experiences. Did any of you feel any sense of alienation growing up? Did you feel like you were, sooner or later everybody feels like they're a nerd, maybe not. I just was curious if you drew upon some personal experiences to kind of bring that forward.
I definitely grew up being the odd man out. I felt real nerdy. I based the character on one of my brothers, Christopher, who's an Imagineer for a Disney company. And he was disappointed when I told him that, but then at the next Disney Halloween party, he dressed as a nerd. So that's, it was cool. Yeah, next.
I was just going to say, one of my favorite scenes has to kind of do with the ensemble thing, was, I think a moment that it was again created. Like, I was already back at the hotel, and I got called back by Jeff Canoe to say, oh, would you mind coming back just to do this one quick thing? I said, of course. I'm going to be waiting for these guys to party anyway. I might as well be there with them. So I go back, and it's a scene where I think I was at my sorority house coming onto the balcony. And I don't remember, I guess it was after the panty raid. So I come onto the balcony, and in this fabulous pink robe. And then I don't know what's going to happen. Jeff just says to me, you come out and, look out like who's done this or whatever. Then he has Robert spontaneously yell from the crowd, you're beautiful when you're mad or something. It was some great moment. It was just filled with great moments like that, And definitely, I've always felt like a nerd inside. I never really fit into one group, so I can totally relate to that.
I think the ensemble thing was interesting also because as opposed to nowadays, if you do a movie like Revenge of the Nerds, which they in fact tried to do a couple of years ago, the inclination now is to cast people who are in their teens, which of course, I was 30 when I did Revenge of the Nerds, 31. So, and we were all, except for you, of course, but we were all way older than college age, and we all had a lot of experience either in film or TV or theater or whatever it was. So you brought a lot of ensemble work to it, which a lot of kids, I think, if they get hired out of comedy clubs or something, don't have the same background, and that just the sheer length of experience that everybody had was part of what made, I think, the whole thing work. In addition to being just nice people and getting along.
Question?
With all the remakes coming out, how would you guys feel if they tried to remake Nerds?
We don't like the idea of a remake of Revenge of the Nerds. They tried to do a remake of Nerds and it failed. They shut it down after 5
They actually
days.
did. They pulled the plug on the movie.
And we were very happy about that.
We were thrilled.
We were pulling the plug.
But it's like anything that is, you look at these remakes, do really wonder half the time what on earth they're doing it for, and I don't see the point. But that's my. I'm not a marketer.
No.
And
We're just actors.
Red lights and yonder window break.
I like your shirt. Yeah, good shirt.
I made it just for you special. I want you to know I use silver glitter letters instead of block letters because I thought it added a touch of class.
It does.
So what I want to know is what's it like, I'm going to be honest with you, I hope no one throws something at me. I was 5 years old when this movie came out, and my friends and I are still obsessed with the movie all these years later, and like we quote it constantly, and in our little town, the whole town shut down in February because there was a huge ice storm. Well, they opened up one of the high schools to let people stay there, but of course it was during basketball season. My husband turns to me and says, dude, they can't have people sheltered in the gym because it'll be like Revenge of the Nerds. So I just wondered what it's like all these years later to have been a part of this where, you know, people are still talking about it and still love it. Like, I'm shaking because I'm starstruck. You know, like, what's that like?
It's wonderful. I mean, you know, to have been in a film that's an iconic film is a gift, and if you try to plan that, it'll never happen. That's why so many movies coming out of Hollywood are not good, because they're trying to make a hit. Hits, if you could plan it, they'd all be hits. So we were just blessed to have been brought together by this director, Jeff Canoe, and given free rein to play. I mean, that's what a movie is. You go and you play. And if you can capture 80% of the joy of making The Revenge of the Nerds, it will bring an audience, because the audience knows. They can sense that we're having a good time. We're not kidding. We had a good time.
Well, we really genuinely just love it. I mean, we are a happy little family here, honestly. I mean, we've got along with Don from the very beginning, and it really does show.
Yeah, there are things I think that came across, like we got to the point where we were just trying to make each other laugh and really do it. And we were okay with being wrong. I think that was the element that misses a lot of times. People say throw something out there, but if it's wrong, they don't know how to correct it and take it back to right. This group of guys, man, this sense of timing. Please, and Tim Busfield's missing. But, and he's choke-a-minute guy, just saying, I got 1 million of them. So, so it was a lot of fun to just make each other happy, man. And I think, like you said, I think it showed. And you can't see it in the film, but you can feel it.
And you asked, how does it feel to be in something that was kind of iconic? As Takashi would say, fucking great!
Thank you.
So Sean, how long do we have?
That was it.
This is it? Oh wait, we got one last question. Okay.
The very last one.
All right.
Make it good.
First off, I just want to say it's nice to meet all of y'all, and I appreciate y'all taking your time to talk to us. But I just had a question. Which part was the funnest and was the funnest part to make? Or did y'all enjoy the most? Part 1, 2, 3? Did it get funner as it went on, or was the original the funnest to make?
One was definitely at least 100 times better experience than any of the other ones. But number 4 caught maybe a third of the good vibe that number 1 had. And I was so behind number 4 that I convinced the head of distribution for 20th Century Fox Film to watch a rough cut and take it from the TV section of 20th Century Fox and turn it into a feature. The guy's name is Tom Sherrick, and he did me the honor of watching the rough cut. And I said, Tom, let's just take it away from the TV department. Let's go reshoot for a week, put in a bunch of TNA, turn it into an R, and make $100 million bucks. And he said, Bobby, it's a great idea, but the TV department really wants to put it on TV as part of 3D Week. So as part of this big marketing campaign for the Fox network, which was a budding network at the time, and Nerds 4 was the cornerstone of that push. But I'd say for me, 1 and 4.
Yeah.
1 and 4.
In particular one.
In particular one,
the beginning of it all.
Yeah, if we could make part 1 for the rest of our lives, we'd happily do that, right?
You're forgetting one thing.
Well, also-
I became a nerd for the second one, so.
Yeah.
Which one was the best?
Two.
They're so easy.
Why he's so scary.
They're so easy.
Thanks for coming out.